Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Cloud and More. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Databricks Genie. We are going to see how we can use Databricks Genie. What is Databricks Genie and how we can use it. Okay, and so without any further delay, let's get started. So let's first understand what is Databricks Genie. So Databricks Genie is a platform where you can ask the question in a plain English and it will give you the answers. It is mainly initially built for the business analyst who does not have the much skill on the SQL. So as you have already know, in Databricks Lakehouse you can write your own SQL on the underlying table. You can get the result. You can do data analysis and everything. So for a developer or who knows about SQL, it was pretty easy to write the SQL and get the insights. But as the AI progress has been made, Databricks Genie comes into picture. So there in Databricks Genie, you can write your questions, everything in plain English. Internally, it will convert into SQL, and then the result will be shown. So it is very helpful for the business analyst or even for the developer to write the codes. There are multiple flavors of Genie we can see. So, so as I said, Genie is a conversational AI interface built natively in the Databricks platform. Okay, so in 2026 alone, there are 1.5 million Genie Space has been created, and almost 90% accuracy has been observed. So there are three key components on the Genie Space. Okay, there are Genie's interface, there is a Genie code, and Genie Space. Okay, Genie code probably most of you already used. So when you open the workspace, you can write your codes, and there you can give the instruction in plain English, and it will help you to write the codes. I'll give you a demonstration in short time. Then there are Genie Space and Genie interface. In Genie Space, you can create an environment with selected data sets. So for example, let's say you have a Unity catalog enabled, let's say retail data, marketing data. Okay, so you can create an environment for retail analysis which contains only the retail tables. You can create a separate Genie Space for marketing team. They will use the marketing tables. So you can create a different spaces for different teams and give the appropriate access. And the space will, instead of querying or all the tables on the Unity catalog, it will query only the selected tables. Yeah. So this is how Genie works. So you ask Genie convert that plain English to SQL, then it execute on the lakehouse, and then it gives you the result. Now initially when the Genie was launched, it used to give the result in a tabular format. Let's say what are the top sales happened in last year. Okay, those kind of data it gives to give in a tabular format. But later, as the Databricks made progress, they have introduced charts, dashboard, and everything, and all the Genie question answers are fully auditable. Okay. There is a huge industry use case. I have just quoted few of them. It can be used in financial, healthcare, retail, media communication. Almost all industry can use Genie. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started with the demonstration. So for the demonstration, first we have to create the data which contains, let's say, retail data catalog, and we are going to create three tables. So one is the order table, one is the transaction table, and one is the product table. Okay, order table will contain the order header table, whereas the transaction table will contains all the transaction related to that orders, and product table is contains the product ID, product name, all the products related to sold in the retail store. Okay, So let's create it. So I am running the entire serverless cluster, sorry. So the catalog has been created. I'm running the table creation script. So let's go to the catalog, and as you can see in the retail default, there are 3 tables has been created. Yeah. Now I am going to populate this 3 table with some random data. Okay, so this is nothing fancy. I'm just using pandas data frame to create some random product ID, order ID, and transaction details. I'm creating for the last 12 months so that we can do proper analysis, and every month will contains at least 10,000 orders. Okay, yeah. So just create it as it is running. Okay, yeah, it will take some time to complete it. We can, yes, it is completed. So as you can see, the products table, transaction tables, order tables, everything is completed. Okay, now we'll just check the data, and we have just joined the order table, transaction table, products table based upon the order ID, product ID. Yes, data is available. For example, this order ID placed on this date from this store, this is the total price, and this is the on this order. On this order there are 3 items, 74, 140, and 37, and this is, so our data looks good. Okay, now our data is ready for our Genie use cases. Okay, so before we go for the other Genie interface on other thing Genie Space, let's start with the Genie code. Okay, so Genie code is nothing this cell. When you click code option, you can either press command I. Okay, it will invoke the Genie Space. So here you can enter your instruction in plain English, and it will write your the code. For example, I want to find the top 10 selling product for each store for last 30 days. Okay, so it has given me the entire code base. Now I'm not very much comfortable in PySpark's this function using data frame. Let's do it in SQL. Use SQL. That's it. So it is giving sum of what a top selling product rank over this one. Now let's accept it. Let's run it. Let's see what is the result. Okay, so as you can see, this product P0119 35 quantity has been sold for store 1. Similarly, and I think it is giving top 10. Yes, that was the question. I think top 10 per product for each store. Yes, top 10, and it is also giving me the ranking. Yeah, ranking option 1 2 3 4 like this. Okay, so this is the Genie code. Okay, you can use in natural language, and it will give you the output. Okay, now coming to Genie Space. Okay, so this is the Genie Space. I have not created any Genie Space. I have earlier created a Genie Space, but for the demo I just deleted. Before we start on the Genie Space, we first need to create a compute. Okay, what kind of compute? We need to create a SQL warehouse. So let's just create a SQL warehouse. Let's put a name, say G. Okay, I'm using small cluster size and auto stop in 10 minutes. Scaling is, let's say, 1 with 4. Without any further modification, let's just create it. I am the only user. I am not going to manage anything, give any permission or anything. Let's use this workspace for creation of the Genie Space. Now let's go to Genie Space. Now create, click new. So what we are going to do, we are going to select the data. Okay, so first we have to select the our retail data catalog. Then on default we are selecting our tables. Now assume, as we are mentioning about the Genie Space in the earlier PPT, that here you can create a multiple spaces based upon by selecting your own tables. So for example, this retail data contains only the retail information. Now let's say you are creating a data hub solution, and in your for example, in your Databricks workspace you have different catalog like retail data, warehouse data, everything. So you can create different Genie Space for different type of business analyst group, and you can individually select what are the so it automatically created a Genie Space. Now let's go to Genie Space. I think we have to refresh it. Yes, so Genie Space has been created. It automatically give you the name. Okay, now let's start asking some question, basic question. What kind of data it contains? And it gives you a key summary that how many orders are there, how many customers are there, how many stores are there, average order value, and this kind of thing. So it internally ran the query and gives you the summary. Okay, now let's go deeper and let's do something like more detailed one. Okay, for example, tell me the top 5 product for the store number 1. Tell me the top 5 product for store number for the last month and their total sales per product. Okay, so this ideally this will convert into uh, SQL query using group by clause. Let's see what happens. What is the output it given? Let's do skip. So top 5 products. So it gives you the description. Okay, but it does not gives you the data as a tabular format. Ask them to. Let's copy this and let's ask show in tabular format. No, it didn't give it, but let's. Okay, so as you can see, I have asked a simple question, that top 10 product sales for each store. So as you can see, for each store it gives me the ranking and the total sales revenue for individual product. Okay, for each store. Okay, and also you can given the key highlights, and you can have the option to share it with the other team members or other members. And in the configuration section, okay, you can see you can add your own more tables, and also you can give the instruction. You can type your own system instruction, and that how Genie will behave. Yeah. Now there is another thing I want to show you, that this Genie Space can be accessible by the external system. Okay, so when we go into playground, in the playground you can test with your function. So here you can add your tool, which is your own Genie Space, and here also you can ask the similar question. Let's say top 10 product for store ID 1. If I'm going to ask it, it is going to run on the Genie Space that we have selected, and it is going to use Cloud Opus 4.7. Okay, there are other models are also available. GPT is there, Llama Maverick is there. Based upon your need, you can select your own models. Okay, and this is the output it is given. Look at this. This is the product ID, which is a string total sales, and this is the result set P040. This is the amount. So you can use this. This is the data. So Playground gives you the data in a input and output format. You can test it out. Okay, and this is the data set. Also, it gives the MCP endpoint, AI gateway. AI gateway, you can see retail sales and product. If you click on the MCP, retail sales and product analysis, it gives you MCP endpoint. Okay, so this is the MCP endpoint. So let's say if you are build, for example, let's say you are building a agentic solution which connect to SQL Server, which connect to Databricks, which connects to Oracle. So you can integrate your own MCP endpoints and you can use it. And as we can see, we have tested this in the Playground. You can try in the Playground, okay, and see the responses. Okay, Databricks Genie. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do subscribe and like this channel. And if you have any question, any comments, please let me know. Thank you.